Welcome back to One Wild Topic, where we get you one wild step closer to some of your favorite wildlife. Today we're going to chat about our Sea Turtle Second Chance program, proudly sponsored by People's Natural Gas. So let's go. Today we're going to chat with Jen. She's an aquarist here. She's also the lead person working with our Sea Turtle Second Chance program.
We have 7 Kemp's Ridleys in this year that came about 2 weeks ago. These were all turtles that were found along the Massachusetts coast and then were taken to the New England Aquarium. And then we work with New England Aquarium, and what they do then is once they stabilize them, they tend to ship them to various institutions along the coast to rehab them before they can be returned to the ocean. Because most of them do come in with some type of trauma, and so we have to make them better before we can put them out. So right now, they're all 7 do have some degree of pneumonia. Some are severe, some are just mild cases, one lung, both lungs. They're doing pretty well. 5 of them have started to eat nicely. I have 2 that are being a little problematic. They're a little slow to start, which is not unheard of. We're also doing various antibiotics, fluids, vitamin B shots, as well as then we do x-rays every 2 weeks to see the progression of the lungs and how they're healing up. So that's pretty much the stable of ours. It's just pneumonia and issues like those.
And how long does the rehab typically take?
Anywhere from, we've had them and we released them back in March, and we've had some that stay until July. So it really just depends on the turtle and how they heal. We've had some turtles in the past where they seem like they're doing okay, and then they have a relapse, and it just takes a little longer for them to get going again. So it just kind of right now, it's only been 2 weeks, so we have a few more months of them at least before we have any timeline to release them. Depending on the type of year, if it's any time like March or April, we tend to go to Florida, normally around Jacksonville, Cape Canaveral area. We've also gone to North Carolina if it's later, as even Maryland in July. So it normally just depends on the water temperature for us to use.
Great. And then, so you've been a part of all the releases. Whenever you go down, can you tell people like what the transportation is like, getting the turtles from Pittsburgh to the ocean?
So it's a lovely, well, depending on where you're going, say Florida, we tend to go to Amelia Island a lot. It's about a 15-hour drive. So you leave here about 8 or 9 at night, you drive through the night, you stop about every 3 or so hours to check on the turtles, you check the temperature, kind of lube their shells up, put eye ointment on them, help keep them moist because they don't have to be in water. And then we'll take them to the beach, or depending on where location we go. And so you drive about 15 hours for about a 5-minute release. But it is fun. The closer you get to the ocean, they can tell. I think they can smell the salt air. They get a little bit more active. So it's just nice to watch and see.
So win-win. So for anybody at home who's really interested in seeing sea turtles, can you tell them a little bit about our resident sea turtle here at the zoo?
Yeah, we have Harbor. He's a resident green. He's a non-releasable. He was hit by a boat in Jacksonville Harbor in 2015. So he's got a cracked shell, and he's paralyzed from his 2 back fins can't use. So he's on our ocean exhibit. So he is a green. She's about 50 pounds at the moment, and we got him in 2016.
Of course, we have our rehabilitation program, and those windows right here outside of the aquarium for people to visit. You can always go ahead and visit year-round and see Harbor in our ocean tank. Thank you so much for joining us today, and please follow along to see some more insights and updates about our Sea Turtle Second Chance program.